Hey, welcome to Super Social Club. I'm Jeremy. Today I have a couple older generation Highland Park 25-year-olds. Last generation's 45.7%. The generation before that, 48.1%. Is the 2.4% ABV the only difference between these two? I'll let you know when I nose them, taste them, and give them a mark. Alright, so Highland Park has released a new generation of 25-year-old. Here's what it looks like. Here are the stats on it. I'm not going to spend much time on this version because I've already reviewed it. You can check it out here. Awesome whiskey. I'm going to start with the older generation, the 48.1% ABV. Now this whiskey, lots have been talked about because it had scored a perfect 100 out of 100 score at a New York Spirits tasting, I think in 2007. I'll put it here. But just really quick, on the nose for this, and then I'll compare it to the older, last generation. These 25-year-olds are just so complex. There's just stuff just jumps out of the glass. So right off on this one, like peach cobbler, you get pear, lots of melon notes to this, like lots of tropical fruits too, like grilled pineapple, like fig, kind of dried red fruit. There's like jam in this, like caramel, lots of sweetness, vanillas, honeys. I mean, the list just goes on and on. What's really great about these whiskeys is like the depths and the layers. So what I mean by that is that when the notes hit you, it's kind of like a big spinning wheel that kind of goes over and over and over again. So the layers just keep going and going and going, and then you get it all over again. It's crazy. I mean, the noses on this is just really good. One aspect about this, and I'll get to it a little bit later when we go head to head, but like the meaty kind of character to this. It's almost like the meaty aspect you get in like a Mortlock. It's got that like heaviness to it. But then at the same time, it's very light and it's very approachable. So it's a crazy whiskey. Let's go palate. Crazy. Jam, fig, like pancakes, chocolate, cream, icing, nuttiness, just slightly drying, just a tad of that heathered peat. Not very much at all. Very, very mild. But that Highland Park kind of character is there. A little bit. That is a crazy, crazy good whiskey. Like I said, the depths of flavor, the rolling aspect of it's like an onion bloom that just keeps unpeeling and unpeeling, and you just get more and more each time you try it. I mean, unfortunately, I only had the mini. Bottles of this are very expensive on the secondary market. This mini was stupid expensive. It cost me, I think I paid for the mini like $75. 75 US dollars. Is that right? Yeah. Crazy money. But a full bottle of this, I think, is going for around 700 or so. I'll put it here if I can find out what these are going for these days, but just very, very expensive. How does it compare to last generations? So right away off the nose, you're not getting that heavy meatiness character. In this, it's more kind of like light, floral kind of aspect to it. But more peat. A little bit more peat on the nose. The nose on this one, didn't really notice any peat whatsoever. It wasn't until the finish you got some peat. This one, a little more peatiness on the nose. Definitely lighter. Let's go palate. So again, a little bit of that peat comes more on the finish. So they both have a little bit of heathered peat on the finish. This one a little more peatiness aspect on the nose of it. But this one, the 48.1, it's got that power to it. It's delicate, but it still brings that oomph. This one more floral aspects, potpourri aspects. This one more meatiness, more heavy. Now, if you look at the color of these, you'll notice a distinct darker color in the 48.1. Highland Park doesn't add color into their whiskeys, so it's relevant to talk about the color here. Potentially more sherry casks involved with this, maybe more first fill, maybe more active casks perhaps. But yeah, this 48.1, man, that's good. Yeah, you could just live in this nose. Score-wise for me on these, I reviewed this one before. Like I said, I scored it 92 out of 100. I would still score this probably 92 out of 100. Maybe I would drop it down a half point, just compared to other Highland Parks that I've tried since then, especially the 30-year-old. The 30-year-old is a very, very good whiskey. It is significantly better than the 25. So I think I might have to bring this mark actually down a half point or a point. So I'm going to make this maybe a 91 and a half. 91 and a half. Let's go. The 48.1, it's got to be 93 to 93 and a half. Let's go one more sip. 93. All right, so 93, 91 on this one. So 2 points more. Now, when I get scoring in the 90s, a half point is a lot, is a big difference. So many good whiskeys that I've had that have scored 90, so moving it up just a half tick is a significant amount. Is it worth the price difference? So like I said, I think prices on these, you're looking at this generation 25-year-old around maybe 600 or so, and this one maybe around 8 to 9. So let's say it's $300 more. Is it worth $300 more? I'll say this: if you're gonna buy a Highland Park 25-year-old and you're gonna spend that much money on it, I would pay the extra $300 and go for the 48.1 and just skip this altogether. If you've never had Highland Park 25 before and you want to buy a bottle and you're spending that much, I would go for the 48.1. That meaty characteristic, the volume of the ABV, even though it's only 2.4% more, you feel it a lot more. So there you have it. Let me know what you think. Highland Park 25-year-old, excellent stuff. So low on the fill, the volume of these. I have to find a night and just crush the rest of this stuff. Because yeah, really, really awesome stuff. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you like this review, give it a thumbs up. And until next time, have a good one. Cheers.